What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Draymond and welcome to Thorium Gaming. We're back with Freezer to Fallout, our adventures through the post-apocalyptic Boston wasteland, and our attempts to make the Commonwealth more secure. So for the last couple episodes we have been trying to build up some settlements, get some artillery in place, so we can take out the last tyrannical threat to us, which is the Brotherhood of Steel. Been doing a fairly good job digging through a whole bunch of other things, and despite some minor issues with the recording software, it's been pretty good. So this week, we're going to continue along those lines, and I got a couple of places that I kind of want to dive into. But to start off with, we're just going to jump into things by talking to Preston Garvey. We defended the Taffington Boathouse, and, okay, Marcy. By defending the Taffington Boathouse, it completed one of our Minutemen quests, so you never know, we may get another one from him to go do something neat. Of course, Preston is never where we want him to be.
We wiped out that Super Mutant raiding party. They won't be attacking any more settlements.
Good to hear. One step at a time. We'll make the Commonwealth safe for people who just want to live in peace. Now, as always, there's another fire to put out. I'll mark the location on your map.
Alright, so we completed that one, and now we should be getting another mission immediately to go defend or aid another settlement. Outpost Simonja. See, now that one's actually close enough that we could probably run to it and not have too many problems along the way. Cycle through all of our weapons, make sure we're fully loaded. Kind of running low on ammunition for all the weapons that we use. Not too big of a deal. So in the off-camera time, I did manage to set up the Taffington Boathouse as another one of our settlements. If we just quickly go into our map here, we've got a generator set up at 10 Pines Bluff, but we're missing some screws to set up our recruitment beacon and subsequently artillery. But Taffington Boathouse has artillery and is good to go. We're getting pretty near the position now where we can actually start the big fight with the Brotherhood of Steel. But we've got a lot of places. We haven't explored really east of the Starlight Drive-In. I keep calling it Sunset. I don't know why I do that. But there's a lot of places we haven't really explored. We did go east of Zimonja the last time. And we do have a few other places that we haven't really super explored yet. The Boston Mayoral Shelter. But right now we kind of need the basics. We need screws, we need ceramic. There's a few other things that we need running around. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to either head to downtown Boston, because there's a ton of places down here that we haven't really delved too deeply into, or we could head to the southwest. Could start off at the rationing site and go explore in this general region. We are still looking for supplies. I know it's been kind of a running theme, but let's start off there. Essentially, a lot of this stuff has come down to exploring and making sure that we've got our hands on as much as we can. And that was a glowing radstag, which we'll take because every little bit of resources helps at this point. It's not all fun and in-your-face sort of stuff. I mean, we did clear this place earlier. We managed to find our way through by hopping up. At least I remember it that way. These doors should be open for us. They lead down into a subway system. We actually had to hop up there, go about this long roundabout way to get up on top. It's kind of interesting. But the door is barred, so maybe it's a different playthrough, or maybe it's just been long enough that it's reset. Pretty sure I laughed at myself when we were doing this because I couldn't jump and I kept doing that and getting myself in a lot of trouble. Jumping puzzles are a lot harder to do when you cannot see your feet. That's actually a wise strategy, Kate. If you're ever out in the post-apocalypse, always keep a gun handy.
That's it.
Pulse mines might help. A Recon 50 sniper rifle, not so much, but we can give that to one of our Minutemen, assuming Kate can catch up to us inside here. I'm a little paranoid about the ground. If I remember correctly, the last time we were in here, there was a lot of mole rats, and they tried to chew me. I don't like being chewed on. Like I said, mole rats! And that's where our explosives... Well, I was going to say sniper rifle, but it's an assault rifle, comes into play. Mole rat meat doesn't help us too much, but since Kate can't get here... She should be able to catch up to us now. And this terminal controls the fire suppression guy, and then that leads down to the subway. I think we already went through there, but let's toss that rifle over to Kate, because we're not really going to use it right now. If I can find it in here. There we go. 50 caliber sniper rifle doesn't hurt to toss to someone. Throw some of the other stuff we picked up to her too. We are going to be working on our strength and our carrying capacity for the next couple of level ups. Possibly slotting in a little bit of extra ideas in the meantime. It's kind of hard at this point because everything you do really has a large gameplay effect. I mean, 1 extra point of strength doesn't seem like a whole lot, but at 10 pounds of carrying weight, that can mean a big difference. Now, if we remember, this is where we came out and followed Kellogg's trail down that way. And that led us on a long roundabout route, and that's a dead Deathclaw. I wonder if that's the same one. Oh well, we'll take the Deathclaw meat. It's got its uses. Especially if we're going to have to be going back into the glowing sea anytime soon, and we just might. But we never did inspect this house out. Which is a shame, because there's money and chems in the front. I don't think there's anything in the back, though. I know it seems like the last little while we've been doing nothing but consolidating and building up, which is going to be the relaxing section of the entire playthrough. Eventually we're going to be coming up to a lot more intense stuff. Alright, we are still generally heading in the direction I want to go. Oh, and I kind of remember this place. Not fondly. And that would be why. There's definitely a reason here. So if you mark your map just west of the Fairland Estates, yeah, you come here. There's generally something you want to do. Because inside that is something nasty. At least there was, unless we killed it on a previous playthrough and it's just trolling us now. It's supposed to be a sentry bot in here. You know what? I'm okay. I'll take the extra resources and everything without having to worry about a sentry bot destroying us. And then going nuclear when we finally kill it. If we kill it. And I don't blow myself up. I've never really understood the purpose of the snub-nosed 44 pistols in this. I mean, yes, they're a good pistol early in the game, but later on they just lose... I'm hearing shots. Anyway, as I was saying, later on they lose all of their strength. And it's kind of a shame, because if you're going for a whole policeman-style thing... That's a dead super mutant. Kind of looked like a ghoul there for a second. Let's see if we can spot anything else down there that's moving. There's a super mutant skirmisher. I love this Gauss rifle. Love it. What I'm really worried about is if we end up running into a suicider down here. They're generally not the friendliest bunch in the world. This is, of course, the Coast Guard station. And we tripped one of their landmines. Yeah, and there's some fuel there. Fuel can be a very good thing or a very bad thing, depending on how you look at it. Coast Guard station, I believe, has an Eddie Winter holotape in here. That's the sound I didn't want to hear. Especially now that we're indoors. Suiciders. Be great to kill them and get the mini nuke they carry, but at the same time, is it really worth it when we don't use heavy weapons? I mean, that stuff scares me. And yes, there is an Eddie Winter holotape, so if you're doing Nick Valentine's little side quest, you gotta come to the Coast Guard Pier eventually. Seems I'm having some bad luck with trying to pick locks today.
Nice.
Now, if I remember correctly, there's actually some more stuff down here. Well, some experience at the very least for picking these locks. Again, it seems like I'm having no luck at lock picking today. Well, let's face it, that's not really unusual.
Got it.
Thankfully, it's not to the point where, oh, astounding lost some tails. 5% extra damage with scoped weapons. Starlit Sniper. Nice. Well, that helps for a few of our weapons. Not all of them, but a few. Well, that was convenient. He kind of walked right into our thrown grenade, so it made me look like I knew what I was doing, because I totally knew what I was doing. That was entirely planned. Nothing was left to chance. I knew exactly what was going to happen. What? Why are you looking at me like that? It's true. I knew what was going to happen. I was going to throw a grenade, and subsequently blow something up. I just thought it was going to be myself.
Hey.
Let's face it, I'm terrible with grenades. Really terrible. And back to the old, give everything off to our portable little carrying machine, otherwise known as our companion. This is part of the reason why I want to get our strength up, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. All of it's worth a fair bit of experience, though. Gas canisters, some steel. Used oil cans help. Wonder glue is definitely good. Most of this is just steel, though. We don't need to collect it all. I don't like searchlights. You know, every time I come out into the wilds outside of the Boston city center, I'm always reminded of how bleak they actually made this place feel. Oh. Credit where it's due, I mean, ambience does bring a lot into the equation. Of course, we're overburdened by 1 pound. Let's just slug back some water. Make ourselves lightweight again. We're at a marina. Okay, apparently a marina that's armed and rigged. That's the second landmine I've set off. Who's this then?
Kid, I don't know who you are, but you better clear out before I
Let's just talk.
Whoa. Slow down. I just want to talk.
Right. You just strolled in out of the Commonwealth looking for synths to talk to.
Just... Wait, synth?
What makes you think you're a synth?
Blackout. People I've hurt that I don't remember. Any second now, they might send some signal. Or I'll see the color orange. Or whatever it is they do, and boom, one more dead fool. Now, are you gonna get out of here? Or wait for them to make me kill you?
Alright, what happened?
There's gotta be more to this. What happened to make you think you're a synth?
Look, you're taking a risk staying here to talk to me. But if that's what it'll take to get you to leave, my grandson Samuel and I were on our own since my daughter died. I managed to get us in on a farm. Hard on these old bones, but it kept us fed. I was on watch one night. I'm sitting there with a gun across my knees, looking out over the hill, and I think I fell asleep. It's just blank. The next thing I remember is the sound of a gunshot shaking me out of it. And Samuel is at my feet, and there's blood everywhere.
Go on.
Go on.
There's nothing else to tell. Everyone came running out, but it was just me and Samuel. No raiders, no gunners, just blood. One moment he was there, and then the next, just gone. Those little fingers that used to hold my hand, and it's all my fault. You can't imagine what that's like.
Well, let's fill her in.
I saw my wife killed, my son taken, and was powerless to stop it. I understand how you feel.
I didn't. I hope you find it. Family is the only thing worth a damn in this world. But I guess he wasn't really my grandson. They must have just given me those memories. Because who could have done that to their own flesh and blood? Now you know why I'm here. And why you need to leave before they make me kill again. I'm a synth. And I can't be trusted.
You're not a synth. You're just a lady having a bad situation.
You're not a synth. It was just an accident.
Even if you're right, what does it matter? There's nothing left for me.
How about the Minutemen?
We need good people for the Minutemen. It won't change the past, but maybe you can help some people.
You'd still ask for my help, knowing what I've done? I don't know. Let me think about it. Look, I'm sorry I drew my weapon on you, kid. I think you're right. I gotta find a way to make peace with what happened. And I can't keep running from it.
Alright, so inadvertently, we now have access to this place and all of the supplies that are with it. Unfortunately, it's not connected to our supply chain just yet. So we'll have to connect this over time. Because that makes our life a little bit easier instead of having to go through the entire Minuteman process of go out, help them out, do all that sort of stuff. This just got us a great little location for practically no effort. I mean, it's the only one we've got on this side of everywhere. Now,
Hey, Phyllis.
Giving me a lot to think about.
alright, so, well, that gives us a new place to send our people and possibly set up some artillery. We'd have some artillery on the western side of the map for a change, which would be different. I don't think I've ever actually used the marina as a base, so can't really speak to the amount of space you'd have here. It's gotta be better than Jamaica Plains. Everything's better than Jamaica Plains. And I keep setting off explosive devices. Because that's always a great and brilliant plan when you're trying to survive in the Commonwealth, is to set off every damn bomb, explosive, and firecracker that you come across. Like I said, I'm doing really good at setting everything off. Oh! This is like a bad episode of Running Man, only we're not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Nothing's more satisfying than a smoking gun and a pocket full of calves.
Well, at least the marina is now under our control. May not be exactly the most idyllic place. That's another place we can set up artillery when we finally get it connected to our supply lines. All we need is one person here for it too, so there's that. I just want to finish scouting out all these little buildings and everything. That's why. Find some old world food, some other stuff. Oil cans, aluminum. That was a bottle cap mine, I think. On the bright side, at least we know I am very effective at setting off explosives that I don't mean to set off. So there's that. Of course, as soon as I pick up a coffee cup, I'm overburdened again. Really gonna have to work on that strength score as we go along. Until then,
Heads up.
Kate, you get to carry all of our junk. This is becoming a really big problem.
What is it?
Ooh, almost walked right into the water. I think, though, on our next level? Is it our next level? No, we've got 2 more ranks of strength to go before we can get strong back, and then that'll make life a heck of a lot easier. Points put... What is it with me and setting off landmines today? Gee, bus. Like, alright, Jesus, I'm sorry I keep setting off the mines. Anyway, strong back. Great perk. It's awesome. Lets you carry more junk and not have to rely on your companions as much. Also, landmines kind of hate me today. Granted, they are an explosive, so... there is that. That may have been a slight waste of Gauss rounds, but I'm okay with that for now. Radstag meat means we can carry more food over time, which gives us access to grilled radstag. I don't even think we have any right now. Which means another trip to Kate's inventory.
Time to trade a few things.
It's really becoming a pain in the butt. I'd be tempted to go after the strength bobblehead if I could remember where it was. Though I could probably find that out. Not too hard. But at the same time, I kind of want to max it out at 11. So... it goes to 11. And min-maxing, and the geek inside me is like, no, why go only to 10 when you can go to 11?
Yes.
And for right now, do we have... let's take another thing of buff out. Should help us through. That's the Brotherhood fighting someone. Let's see if we can get a bead on who they're fighting. Super Mutants? I'm not inclined to help them, considering how we kind of want to destroy the Brotherhood of Steel coming up here. It's the whole point of going out on these long, extroverted missions. That's gotta be a special rifle. It's causing incendiary damage. I think that was a suicider. Odds are there'd be plenty of cool gear over there. Especially with the Brotherhood going down. Kate, you want to get up here and help us? Ooh, that hurt. Normally I try not to waste Ghost Rifle rounds on something like this. Well, we're dealing with Super Mutants, and there was a legendary master in there. Right there, in fact.
Hold up. Damn it.
I'm pretty sure we've cleared this place. Oh, we haven't, actually. Thought we had by getting Kate clean, or am I thinking of something else? Either way, it's going to be worth a fair bit of experience. And some ammunition, generally. I think both the masters were behind, well, the legendary master at least was behind the fence. Thought I saw some Brotherhood of Steel guys getting shot down too. If I remember correctly, they usually get dropped off right over here. Lots of Brotherhood of Steel gear. Fortunately, right now, all we're interested in is the laser rounds. And since we are directly opposing the Brotherhood, doesn't hurt us in the least.
Wait all day for you to show yourself.
See a few more of them dropped. Apparently we are out of frag grenades too. We have a doghouse, and they usually have mutant hounds. Not seeing any though.
You see me, human? This is death!
Whoa, that made me jump. Target is poisoned for 10 seconds.
Now you're starting to piss me off.
You die now, human!
And yes, you guys got to see me honestly just straight up jump. Okay, so first things first, let's go into our menu and drop that extra point into strength. Which is definitely going to help out a little bit. Oh, Not enough, apparently. It's okay, Kate. Come here.
Look alive.
Now you're
It's a
gonna
lot of trading
screw
back and
around for
forth.
both of us. Right.
But we got a poisoner's hunting rifle, which doesn't hurt. Well, we can give it over to one of our Minutemen and deal with that. And Kate can't carry anymore, so we gotta be careful with what we pick up. And he had a super sledge. Super mutant shoulders. Let's see what's inside this safe. All of this just so that we can go on to a big fight with the Brotherhood of Steel. Finally.
That's it.
I don't need the pistol. Take the rounds, because they don't weigh anything. Now let's go outside and find that legendary super mutants. We're going to find 2 of them in the same place. What we may end up having to do is make a trip by Bunker Hill. They usually have a fair bit of ammo. And we can probably pick that up. Ooh, a Junkie's harpoon gun. Pretty useless, but we can sell that off. Harpoon guns in general are pretty terrible. So, do we have any just straight up alcohol on us? Usually keep a little bit. Apparently we do not. So I'll take that last dose of buff out that we got, and we'll head down to Bunker Hill. See if we can do some trading there. Well, technically it's north.
I heard you can get anything from these fellas. Time to start looking for some. Maybe we should rest here. The place is built like a fortress. Aw, and here I thought you wanted to snuggle.
Sometimes, Kate, you're a little weird. We can actually sell that poisoner's hunting rifle. Since we're going through here anyway.
Trying to lug the whole Commonwealth with you or something.
Maybe I am. What's it to you, Kate?
Let's keep away from this thing. Looks like it's gonna fall over any second now.
That is quite possible. Very unlikely, but possible. Pretty sure the first time we came through Bunker Hill.
Too many miles on the road. At least the pay is
If it ain't
terrible.
the general of the whole goddamned Minutemen. Should I salute? Surely you can spare some caps at my little store?
Let's see what you got.
You'll find something you like. Everyone does.
Yeah, probably. But first thing we want to do is go and give you that. Junkie's harpoon gun. Poisoner's hunting rifle. Should help us out a bit in that regard. I picked up a laundered pink dress somewhere, apparently. Now, I think it's Deb or one of the other people here. She has the Wastelander's Friend, which is a good pistol if you're going with the VATS build. Really helps to cripple people and make them easier to kill off. But you don't really have much in the way of ammunition that we can use. Take those rounds. Might as well take the 308. We're still over the limit. So let's see what you got for junk. Anything in here that gives us ceramic? It's not bad, but we're looking for ceramic. Coffee cup we'll take. And we're looking for adhesive. Take that desk fan. A couple of them anyway. Economy Wonder Glue, rubber. And this is all to build up a few of the settlements that we have. Now, high-powered magnets are great, but they're heavy. It's kind of sorting through. We'll take that red plate, because it gives us some more ceramic. Take the shipment of ceramic. So that should keep us fairly good in ceramic for a while, and it lightened us up.
Yeah?
Hey, it's Trash Can Carla. She's back at Bunker Hill.
Trading?
Sure. Let's take a look.
Yeah, keep your shirt on.
What do you got for ammo? You got some plasma cartridges. We're going to be very short on caps. Don't really need shotgun shells right now, but we'll take the plasma cartridges. Means that we can bring out our...
Don't eye the Brahmin if you got any sense.
That was a weird thing to say. While we're down here, where's one of our nearest places? We got the Mechanist Lair right there. But... just connected Taffington, and it's got its artillery and everything. Let's head back up to 10 Pines, drop off all of our stuff, and see if we can get it built to the point where we have artillery. Then hopefully by the time next week rolls around, I'll be able to have the other 2 settlements set up, and we should be good.
Hello, sir.
Hey, General.
Where are you going? More importantly, who are you? Oh, he's a caravan guard. Okay, so when we were up here, we had to do the mission to defend this settlement from Super Mutants, I think.
Hey,
Yeah?
We'll just trade with Kate.
Horse is mine. Right, darling?
And... junk. It's going to overburden us, but we're going to be dropping that right into the... workbench? Workbench is the right word, I think. So it'll only be a small amount of very slow walking.
Huh?
And this should give us a total of 8 places that have artillery? 7? One of the 2. And with that amount of artillery all set up, we should be good. I mean, it'd be worth taking off Little Miss over there to go on to artillery. Because the settlement technically has 2 people, but one of them got co-opted to be a trader and connecting our supply lines. So if we go, it's in power, over to our, not lights, our miscellaneous, we can set up a recruitment beacon, get a few more people in here. Just got to connect it to our power source, which is slightly teetering off the ground, but that's fine. And let's go back down and get you set up as an artillery woman. Now, just for the lulls, since this has a nice panoramic view. Yeah, it looks pretty good, overlooking a fair section of the Commonwealth. Technically still has 2 people. But you, we are going to assign to the artillery. Alright, so she's assigned to artillery now. So if we take a look at our map, has artillery, has artillery, has artillery. I believe it does. So that makes, what, 4, 5, 6? 6 places, 7 if you include the castle that have artillery. So we need to build up 2 more. Zamonja's right there. We can go talk to their people, see what they need. That can be what we start off with next week. And of course, in the meantime, this place will get some more people in it, and we can build it up a little bit better. I've been doing the quick and dirty method. Oh, it's Gene. He sells puppy dogs. We don't really need puppy dogs. Where is Outpost Zamonja for I am currently? Almost due east. Right. It's underneath that bridge. Which means somehow navigating down this hill without killing myself. Probably possible, but I wouldn't lay money on it. With the last of the artillery in place, and helping out the people at Zamonja, we might actually be able to get everything set up. And if there's enough people at Zamonja that we can connect them to our supply train, because there's 11 people there, I think, but I don't think they're actually connected to the network. If we can get them all sorted in, then we only need to build 1 more set of artillery. We should have enough laying about. Why am I getting the feeling that a rad scorpion should be coming out of here and trying to kill me? I don't know, but that's kind of the feeling I'm getting. So, that's Outpost Zamonja right there. That's one of our settlers.
We gotta
kidnap my friend.
Calm
It's
down, buddy.
okay. You just need to tell me what happened.
They said they'd be back for the ransom in a few days. If I don't pay up, they'll kill her. But I don't have that kind of money.
We'll get her back.
Don't worry. I'll get her back.
We asked the Minutemen for help, but I didn't really think anyone would come. Just bring her back safe, okay?
Medford Memorial Hospital. That'll actually be good for the fact that we go into hospitals to pick up a lot of stuff.
Going in pretty good. I'm just so hungry all the time.
Alright. So they're lacking food, lacking water, lacking defense, lacking beds. The happiness is going down. But there's 13 people here. So if we make a few minor adjustments, the first of which being, I don't really like the look of you. So we're going to supply line you all the way to the Mechanist's lair. And now, that should give us access to a whole bunch of stuff to build this place up. But for the last little bit of the episode, that's pretty much what we're going to do. Now, you'll notice that the food and water icons kind of clicked off. We didn't build any food or water here. Well, that's because a lot of your places are connected in the network. So as long as you've got one or two places that are all connected together, you've got what you need. But I like making my settlements generally independent. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop that down. Hopefully the amount of power we need for this isn't going to completely crap us on supplies. It's going to take 2 generators to power that. That'll give us a lot of water here. And if we go back down to the food menu, we can set up a little bit more food. If we go to mute fruit, which we have a fair bit of, this outpost mode is pretty tiny, but we set up a few things of food here. Nice little mute fruit crop. Doesn't have to be too big. That should work to get a lot of the food coming in, and then we just go to one of the people that we can actually select. Hey, you. You are now officially not needed on food? Someone already took over it? Okay, then. Well, never mind. But if we go back into this menu, we should still have the resources left over to build some artillery, and we are 4 screws short. So what around here can give us 4 screws?
Another day of hard work. It never changes.
It's kind of sad, but we can build artillery on the next time because we're coming up pretty much to the 45-minute mark where I like to call things quits for the week. So anyway, guys, bit of a random weird place, and we went out and collected another settlement, built up Zamoja to the point where it's not absolutely terrible, but still okay. So if you liked the video, guys, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232 and be part of our community, just hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video comes out. But remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.